Hello everyone, I'm Heather Dawson and welcome to RC Spotlight, where we show you all the ways to live, work, and play in our beautiful city. Well, let's talk to Marco Gutierrez. We sent him to Windrows Elementary School to learn all about 3D.
The third grade students at Windrows Elementary School took part in a special educational exercise spearheaded by the city's planning department. Children were taught all the necessary requirements that go into creating a community of lasting value.
We decided that we'd like to get back into the city with the city programs into the school system so that we could start talking about city government and local government with the smaller kids to get them involved in planning process earlier. And so what we've done is we have started a program with the Windrows Elementary School where we're working with them to develop a city of their own. And so we came and talked with them about what was involved in building a city, a little bit of history about how the city formed over time, and then we gave them a program of what had to be built in their city. So today they're actually working on a set of plans for each of their independent cities.
The ongoing exercise exposed children to the fundamental importance of future thinking and effective city planning. Guest speakers from the city came to Windrows Elementary School to share real-world experience with the third graders.
It's generally the planning department for the city that has come and started working with the kids. We work with them on Tuesdays and Thursdays afternoon, and we will be coming back to help them build the cities. But we are also bringing other departments like the fire district. We'd like to bring in building and safety, probably our traffic department, to really talk about how all of the departments work together to be a cohesive city unit.
We learned that fire stations are really important in our city and where you should put them and where it's not really needed so much in that area.
It's good to learn about that because if you're in trouble and you didn't even have anybody to help you, then you would be in lots of trouble because then you could probably get hurt really bad and you just have to be like that for the rest of your life.
The children then took their newfound city planning skills and put them to use and created their very own towns.
I think it's a great way for them to learn about something that maybe would get skipped normally in school or there wouldn't be time for, especially because it's about their city. It's a little more personal and they have more interest in it. And I think they've definitely been exposed to something that they could have a future job in they normally wouldn't have seen in school. They had already learned a little bit about the history of Etiwanda and Rancho Cucamonga. In our class we talked about a lot of the railroad, the red car, the Pacific Electric Railway, the trail I mean, and we'd done a little bit about just the history, but we hadn't really talked about city planning other than just government. I think they've learned a lot about just the infrastructure and the different parts that maybe they wouldn't normally have thought about, like the fire stations and the streets and the police department and things like that.
The Windrows Elementary School third graders then had the opportunity to present their city plans to the Rancho Cucamonga City Planning Department and receive a special feedback from Mayor Dennis Michael himself.
Or you get to show us how you built your towns because maybe I can learn something from you. Would that be cool?
Yeah.
If we did something in the city that was a result of what you did here?
With outreach like this, the city has really been able to encourage students to consider the things in the city that enrich people's lives.
Our main purpose is to have kids understand what's involved in their community earlier so that they understand how a city is planned, but as well as when things are developed, why they're developed and where they're developed at, so that they have a better association about the community they live in. This is our first time doing the program and we'd like to go ahead and package it and present it to the other schools so that we could also work with the other schools to bring this program to them as well.
Reporting for RC Spotlight, I'm Marco Gutierrez.